Welcome to SDH's coverage of everything going on in MLS Next Pro. We will go backward, take a look at the week that was, get you ready for the week that will be. Very, very cool moments in Huntsville, Alabama that we will go back and relive from the last 7 days, as 7 matches on the road yielded the first match ever at home for Jack Collison in Hunt City. We'll give you the highlights coming up in just a little bit for a sellout crowd at a renovated Joe Davis Stadium in Huntsville, Alabama. All right, let's get you started. Kind of front-loaded on the highlights in the week that was. We'll start things off with what happened on the SDH network. Orlando City B and Atlanta United 2 at Osceola Heritage Park. It would take a while. It would take more than 90 minutes, so let's go to the end of PKs. Here's who got the extra point. You'll notice a familiar voice on the call. Sebastian Guerra has gotten closer and closer and closer and closer to the Orlando City B player. He was close enough this time to go for the handshake with Zakaria Taifi. And it looked like Elvis Osmanovic was having a bit of a discussion with the folks in the line back at the center of the pitch. Bottom of the 5th. Was that enough to disrupt Zakaria Taifi? No. Taifi puts it in the back of the net. And Osmanovic steps in the way, so Taifi can't grab it. And we're going to extras. Taifi, Guerra guesses left. Taifi puts it in the net. Taifi, the second he gets to the edge of the 6, wanted to try to grab the ball and create his own little bit of delay. So now we're in the 6th frame. Tied at 4. Alan Carlton now. Alan Carlton, stutter step with the right. Oteto got a hand on it, but the power of Alan Carlton put it in the back of the net. 5 successful in 6 frames for Atlanta United 2. And Alan Carlton makes it 5-4 heading to the bottom of the 6th. Looked like it went through the hands of Oteto. Ball placed down at the top of the 18 for Almaguer. Guerra trying to disrupt the thought pattern of Almaguer here, bottom of the 6th. Runs up to it. Over the bar, and Atlanta United 2 gets the extra point. So Atlanta United 2 had a lead, squandered it, went on the road, and got the extra point, knocking off Orlando City B 5-4 in PKs. We mentioned also last Friday night a very, very special night in Huntsville at a renovated Joe Davis Stadium, Wicks Family Field, and it was the first ever home match for HCFC. Crown Legacy came to town, and the fans would thoroughly enjoy that 90 minutes. Here's your highlights, courtesy of our friends at MLS Next Pro, Apple and Apple TV.
There's the whistle, and away we go. Soccer in Huntsville is a go. His first appearance here for Huntsville is Tavares now has the ball. Tavares, shot blocked down, appeal for handball, but nothing there. And all back on his feet, but now it's taken away. This is slipped ahead, opening opportunity, and there it is! Jacob Williams scores for Crown Legacy, silencing the crowd in Huntsville, 1-0.
High up their field, you see Amici gets caught in possession, but look at this run from Williams. You understand to continue playing off the shoulder between Suber and Rod, and as Martino comes off, how cool, calm, collected is the left back, looking like a striker to silence a crowd here. Dream start for Crown Legacy, 1-0 up.
Team leading 5 goals for Tavares. Tavares cuts it in. Lost his balance. Now it's Pareba from distance. And it's pushed away. Big stop from Martino.
You just see the movement in around that 18-yard box. Tavares testing the shape. And as this ball pops out, you see the lack of rotations. No one steps. Just see the movement off the striker for number 16 in blue.
Layal's in-swinger flicked along, and it wasn't far away. Now back the other way. Maybe a chance for Crown Legacy. Vinicius Melo gets around Suber. Vinicius Melo saved! Boom! goalkeepers coming to their team's rescue. Out for a corner.
Horrific save back the other way. Melo just tattoos this ball. Give credit to Martino.
This is turned over. Insa. Amici out wide. Back in for Leal, who cuts it back. It's Bolaños. Bolaños! That's the moment they've been waiting for. Jonathan Bolaños, the first goal in Huntsville, Alabama. It's 1-1.
The patience from Amici draws out Joao Pedro, and then this ball cuts back. As this backline from Crown Legacy is retreating goal towards their goal line, it leaves the real estate at the top of the box. Great first touch from Bolaños, and just gets his hips around it and just ropes this thing into that near post.
And it was defended very well at that back post by Drac. Now Ollie Wright, long over the top. Assad Liati's in. Can he put Huntsville ahead? Liati scores! Huntsville City take the lead from front to back. It's 2-1.
To pick this thing up inside his 18-yard box. Picture perfect pass into the path of Liati. Time to run to perfection. Then it's all about quality here. Gets himself into that 18-yard box, picks up his head, chooses his spot, calmly slots it in. He's been terrific.
And Legacy able to keep this. There's some heavy pressure from Huntsville. Drac keeps it in play. Huntsville trying to put this away. Freeman! Just wide. That's it and that's all. Huntsville City in the win column. Their first ever win in their first ever home game.
So Hunt City starts off with a win at home. Congratulations to Jack Collison and Hunt City FC as Hunt City knocks off Crown Legacy by the score of 2-1. That's how you want to start things off in front of a sellout crowd at Joe Davis Stadium. The most important person there probably, the fire marshal, and probably will be for some time to come. Great stuff in Huntsville, Alabama. Also on Friday night, match out west, Earthquakes 2 on the road at Palmer Field and St. David's Performance Center knock off Austin FC 2 by the score of 1-0. Sunday, it was Philadelphia Union 2, New England Revolution 2 to start things off at Subaru Park. This one was just as crazy as some of the other highlights we've already played for you this week. Here's your highlights from our Eastern Sunday match of the week, courtesy of our friends at MLS Next Pro and Apple TV.
It is Bayraktarovic, deflected and in! Bulma, a bit sloppy on his touch. This one sent forward, it's Donovan once again. Donovan scores! Just past the midway point here in the first half. Donovan again with some space, puts it into the middle. Freeman on the back post! Bit strong on the first touch, a little too heavy, couldn't control it. Raffanello, oh, what a touch! And Donovan has made it 3-1 Philly. And now a whistle late against Boubacar Diallo. Quick restart from New England. Diaz, a big chance for Adebayo Smith. Off the rebound, another stop by Trent. A great ball from Diaz. First look stopped. Second chance shut down by Holden Trent. And has done some good things despite the 3-1 scoreline. New England looking to attack. Rivera finds a man, and it's offside. Couldn't connect with anyone. Good play by Bayraktarovic. Now Diaz, who has just come back on for Rivera. Damian Rivera off the bar. Bayraktarovic with a goal today. Esmir Bayraktarovic having one, he scores! A brace for Esmir Bayraktarovic, and it's 3-2. Bayraktarovic would not be denied his second of the day. Weverton, who just came on for Rivera. Finds Diaz with a chance, and he equalizes! Goals in the 84th and 85th to win 3-2. This week, trailing 3-1 in Philly. 2 late goals. First in the 75th, then the 82nd. Now a chance for Philly off the post. Revs 2 were down 3-1. It's now 3-3. A foul against Sorensen. And it's a yellow. And a red now. It's a decent ball, but could not find a New England body. Now a chance! Oh! Trent with the huge stop. Rivera, what an opportunity. Terovich over the top with it. Diaz trying to run it down. Instead ends up with Fry. Marcos Diaz flips it towards the middle. Rivera for Terovich. It's 3! And New England has come all the way back. From 3-1 down, New England has the 4-3 lead. My goodness. This will roll all the way to Jackson. And that is all. From 3-1 down, Revolution 2, storm back.
4-3 final. Revs 2 come back from being down 3-1. Terovich with the hat trick, and the Revs go away with full points. Also, Crew 2 on the campus of Northern Kentucky University knock off FC Cincinnati 2 by the score of 1-0. LAFC 2 with the rare win at Zions Bank Stadium in Harriman, Utah over Real Monarchs 1-0. City Park out west, St. Louis City 2. In the Kansas-Missouri Derby, the interstate derby there with those two squads, St. Louis City 2 gets the extra point, winning 5-4 in PKs after 2-2 in 90 minutes. Red Bulls 2 beat Inter Miami 2 at Montclair State by the score of 1-0. York Lions Stadium north of the border, Toronto FC 2 knocks off Chicago Fire 2 by the score of 3-2. Dignity Health Sports Park, LA Galaxy Los Dos put 2 on the board, knock off Portland Timbers 2 by the score of 2-0. Match out west for our Sunday match of the week would also take a while. North Texas SC and Houston Dynamo 2 is a part of the Copa Tejas, MLS Next Pro style. So here's your highlights courtesy of our friends at MLS Next Pro, Apple TV, and MLSNextPro.com.
The group of 3 for this team in this 4-3-3, they're a very dangerous group. They can all score goals. On the flip side, again, a 4-3-3 for second-year head man Kenny Bundy. So both teams starting keepers for the lion's share of this season there at the U20 World Cup. And away we go. It is North Texas with the Red Tops. St. T rips it on frame and finds the back of the net. An absolute missile for Carl St. T. And it's 1-0 North Texas. An unbelievable strike as he works it just through the wall. Here is the dangerous Kamungo. Kamungo slices centrally. Kamungo gets rid of it, a strike. It's 2-0. A dream start for North Texas. Evans, second-year man from England. Oh, here's LaFleur slicing through, and he scores! Oh, but the flag is raised. There was a touch en route. There's Gonzalez. Tees one from distance. What a goal! Yair Gonzalez. Another look at this one, and for good reason. A skipper that sneaks past Eyestone. Garcia. He's been active in the second half. Finds Ramirez. Anthony Ramirez works centrally. Ramirez with the left, off the woodwork. There's LaFleur. Lovely ball to Evans. Evans cuts back. Evans equalizes. It was only a matter of time, and it's Jacob Evans who buries his second goal of the season, and we are level in the Texas Derby. There's Ramirez. Ramirez is through. Ramirez chops it back. 3-2 North Texas. Rios, central feed. There is space for Reed, and he's done it. Isaiah Reed, a stoppage time equalizer at the death. Comeback complete. The Arlington native in his home city. It's saved. Andrew Pannenberg. The Academy product, Juarez, can win it. And he does!
Three after 90, Houston wins 6-5 in PKs. Dynamo 2 leave Choctaw Stadium with the extra point. Whitecaps FC 2 for your nightcap on Sunday. Knock off Tacoma Defiance by the score of 1-0. So that sets up your standings, and we'll take it division by division and let you know who's off to the hot start and who kind of got slowed down just a little bit. Crown Legacy now is 3-1 away from home this year. First loss of the season at 7-1-1, still 5 points clear in the Northeast Conference over the Revs 2 and Red Bulls 2, both at 17 points. Revs 2 have scored 24, given up 22, and they are ahead in goals scored over Red Bulls 2, who've only scored 9 and given up 7, because goal difference is right now the same as is points per game average. NYCFC 2's at 10 points after 7 matches. They are points per game ahead of Philadelphia Union 2 by about a third of a point after 9 matches. Toronto FC 2, 7 points with 2, 5, and 1 after their first 8 matches. Central Division. Columbus Crew 2, 20 points, 6-1-1 with the extra shootout point. Orlando City B at 15 points, 4-3-2-1. Atlanta United 2 at 12 points, 3-4-2-1. Inter Miami 2 at 10 points after 9 matches. Chicago Fire 2 at 9 points, same as Hunt City. Hunt City, though, has one less win, even though their points per game average is higher, 2 wins to 1. And FC Cincinnati 2 at the bottom of the division right now with a record of 2-3-2, 8 points in their first 7 matches. Out west in the Frontier, Colorado Rapids 2, 7-0-1. After 8 matches, they're at 22 points. Austin FC 2 is at 19 after 10 matches played. Sporting Kansas City 2, 15 points after 9 played. North Texas SC, 14 points after 10 played with a record of 4-4-2. Houston Dynamo 2 with the win on the road, getting the extra point, 3-4-2-2, 13 points ahead of Loons 2, Minnesota United FC 2. They have a goal difference of +2 better than Loons 2 do, +4 to +2, the difference between Houston Dynamo 2 and Minnesota United 2. St. Louis City 2 is at 10 points after 9 matches played with a record of 1-4-4-3. In the Pacific, Whitecaps FC 2, 17 points at a record of 5-3-1-1. Tacoma Defiance at 16 points after 8 matches. Earthquakes 2 at 14. Real Monarchs at 9 after 9 matches. Los Dos at 8 after 9 matches. T2, Timbers 2, with a record of 2-6 so far this year. They've only scored 9 goals in their season of 8, with the 2 wins on the board. LAFC 2, with 8 matches played, got their first win of the year, 1-4-3. Your schedule upcoming for the week, as always, very, very busy. Midweek Wednesday, Crown Legacy FC hosting Philadelphia Union 2 at Mecklenburg and Matthews. That's on MLSNEXTPRO.com at 7 o'clock. It is Minnesota United FC 2 on MLSNextPro.com at 8 o'clock tomorrow night on your Wednesday, hosting Los Dos at the National Sports Center. Thursday on the web, it is FC Cincinnati 2 hosting Atlanta United 2 at Northern Kentucky University Soccer Stadium. You can catch that broadcast a little early on MLSNextPro.com and on the SDH network. Inter Miami 2 at 7 o'clock on MLS Season Pass, hosting Orlando City B at DRVP&K. Thursday night at 7 at Belson Stadium, NYCFC 2 hosting Toronto FC 2 on Apple TV and MLS Season Pass. Revs 2 on Season Pass is hosting Crew 2 from Gillette Stadium, 8:30 at Choctaw Stadium on Season Pass. It is North Texas SC and Colorado Rapids 2 on 10 o'clock on the web at MLSNextPro.com at PayPal Park. Earthquakes 2 and Whitecaps FC 2. 10 o'clock, it is T2, Timbers 2, hosting St. Louis City 2 on MLS Season Pass from Providence Park. Friday, it is 3 matches. Hunt City gets another home game at Joe Davis. 5 of their next 7 after the first one are at home now on Season Pass Friday night, hosting Red Bulls 2. Sporting Kansas City 2, also at 8 o'clock, hosting Real Monarchs at Rock Chalk Park in Lawrence. 10 o'clock, Tacoma Defiance hosting LAFC 2 on MLS Season Pass from Starfire. Sunday, the traditional busy day, and there's a lot of matches, so we'll go through them real quick. Earthquakes 2 hosting T2 at PayPal Park on the web at MLSNextPro.com at 5. MLS Season Pass from the Fraction, Fifth Third Bank Stadium in Kennesaw. Atlanta United 2 hosting Toronto FC 2 at 6. Also at 6 o'clock, a lot of starts. Chicago Fire 2 hosting Crown Legacy in Bridgeview. That one's on Season Pass. Houston Dynamo 2 is another round of Copa Tejas hosting Austin FC 2 at SaberCat Stadium. Loons 2 hosting Rapids 2 at the National Sports Center. MLSNextPro.com has Revs 2 and Inter Miami 2. St. Louis City 2 is hosting North Texas SC at City Park. That one's on Season Pass. On the web at 7 o'clock, NYCFC 2 hosting FC Cincinnati 2 at Belson. On Season Pass at Subaru Park in Chester. Union 2 hosting Crew 2. And your nightcap from Carson, California, Dignity Health Sports Park, LA Galaxy 2 Los Dos hosting Whitecaps FC 2 as they make the trip down from British Columbia. If you're looking for all of the action that happened at Joe Davis, go to MLSNextPro.com. They have a comprehensive look at what happened for Huntsville City Football Club's grand opening there. Team of Match Day 9, no real surprise. It's Hunt City for everything that we saw. MLS Next Pro player of Match Day 9, Ismir Bayraktarovic for Revs 2. You heard those highlights earlier in the show. Rising star of Match Day 9 is Diego Hernandez for North Texas SC. And there's a great story that has been pieced together by Natalia Lancialotti on the 18-year-old for MLSNextPro.com. So click on that and find out why the rising star of Match Day 9 is Diego Hernandez. Also going on in MLS Next Pro, once again, the latest news. We've talked about all the recaps, all of the crazy goals of the week. So if you have not yet, follow along on Twitter and on Instagram, MLS Next Pro on Twitter at MLS Next Pro, on Instagram all season long. And your final reminder, with everything going on in MLS Next Pro, if you are in market and can catch action going on in MLS Next Pro, catch the next wave of talent trying to work their way up to the parent clubs in Major League Soccer, please do so. If you're in market and can't, then follow along on your local providers. And if you are out of market and you can't, follow along on local providers as well as on Apple TV through Season Pass and MLSNextPro.com. So thanks again for another go-round of everything going on in MLS Next Pro. For everybody here at SDH, enjoy MLS Next Pro, everybody. Play it safe. Enjoy the matches. We'll catch up with you next week after a very busy week in MLSNextPro.com.